day. From M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game. So they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point. But, boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a man who's becoming an elder statesman among quarterbacks in the league, drafted back in 2004. It's Ben Roethlisberger.
We talk so often about his physical attributes. Of course, the Big Ben nickname, his ability to take hits in the pocket, his ability to extend plays and get outside of the pocket. But how about this for efficiency? Top 10 in career NFL passer rating. And he's one of the top 5 winningest quarterbacks in NFL history. That's pretty darn good.
James Conner,
the game's first play, produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really...
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
complete to
James Washington, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last two games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You'll get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game, so he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his left. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Jackson on 3rd down, being chased out left. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On the counter, it's Connor. And, a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 1st downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They go draw play. This is Samuels. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there. They forced the incompletion.
Makes the score Steelers 10. Ravens.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Dancing to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Completing it to the right side, Johnson.
Roethlisberger.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Deontay Johnson.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, it's Connor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first down, it's Samuels. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Number 38.
If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Roethlisberger will hand the counter, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown.
Roethlisberger's pass.
2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger, and the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
And his kick is good. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown.
Chris Boswell to kick
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. From the gun, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson on the move to his left. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
17-0 our score after one.
Steelers 17, Ravens nothing.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me with them Barbados with the hustle,
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Operating from the gun, Jackson buying time to his left. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming fourth down. Justin Lane there defensively that time to knock it free.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Makes the score Steelers.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Fielded near the back of the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger, and it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger setting up the screen. This is Samuels. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Gus Edwards, the ball carrier.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
38-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Offensively, they like their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
On first down. It's Edwards, and he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Gus Edwards.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
I
think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run the toss here. Edwards. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Offense.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He's to the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jackson forced out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1. And in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First down, Steelers.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
People worry about throwing the out. Because often it can get jumped, and that can turn to either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Roethlisberger on target to Washington. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
And the Steeler first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead is now 13. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now here come the Ravens. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead run.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big play that time for the Ravens. 55 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On 2nd down now, it's Edwards. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Now it's Edwards. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth 1st half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll run here with Connor. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
James Conner on the handoff.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
A loss of 9 yards. It's 3rd down.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 3rd down, it's Conner, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
James Conner.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the gun, Jackson out to his left, and that is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again. Jackson being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he goes out right around the 39. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
That gain on third down, good for 28.
First and 10.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, and now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They run with Edwards. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
off the play fake. Here's Jackson, and they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Third down.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Johnson. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Out of bounds at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Shakes off the sack. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 3rd down and 4.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Again, it's Roethlisberger throwing the out route incomplete. That's Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And late in the first half, it's the Broncos who are out on top. Colin Kaepernick, 2 touchdown passes thus far. From there, we head over to Detroit. Check on the Lions at home, Ford Field. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. Jimmy Garoppolo has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check on the Saints at home at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Chris Godwin, a touchdown reception. In the game you've been watching, it was Ben Roethlisberger who led the way offensively in the first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
1st and 10.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. His feet, what he's been able to do individually running the ball, it's kind of kept him in this game.
No doubt about it, because if he's not making the plays that we've seen, they are really getting blown out in this one. I don't think they have any chance at all. He's keeping them in striking distance, hoping to get some help from the defensive side of the ball so that maybe some of these plays can turn into plays that maybe put them in the lead.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson dancing to his left. Oh, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Steps away. He may try and run for this. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Not sure I agree with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agree with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Open man is Duvernay. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Now he's got it.
The attempt at the 2-point conversion.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
That keeps the score. Ravens.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Hitting Juju on the slant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps. He cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Now they go screen, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Big Ben with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead.
For the point after.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Ravens offense back out there. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. Looking for Andrews downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Jackson's pass intercepted by the Steelers.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
The pass.
When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
He gets it left side to Johnson.
Roethlisberger's pass.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Yeah. Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
That keeps the score Steelers 34.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Stephon Tuitt on the stop.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Brought in left side by Snead. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Rolling to his left. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First and 10.
That was really well done right there. That almost looked like a training camp drill. Able to get outside of the pocket, kept his eyes downfield, and found his tight end for a nice first down. Much more difficult play than maybe he made it look.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
The line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. He's hoping to channel his first half play. They had the lead at halftime, was playing well. Flip the script here in the third quarter a little bit.
I think he misses the Pee-wee days, you know, when you just got the orange slice at halftime, right? And remember, there weren't any real adjustments then, right? You weren't looking at some tape, right? You weren't looking at stuff off of the Surface tablets. You just went back out and played. Right now, maybe the adjustments have caught up to him.
And we'll see. Maybe he just needs a couple orange slices here for this drive. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes.
Brandon Williams.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack on first down, Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 all to return. And out will come the offense as they take over. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And after trailing at halftime, he's got his guys in the lead, 3 touchdowns. His hot play from the first half, it's continued here in the third quarter.
And that's what you love to see, is that things didn't cool off at the halftime, didn't have that sense of self-satisfaction. I played a great game so far, I'm good. Continuing to play well, obviously wants to win.
Yeah, now they've turned a deficit into a lead. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Jackson buying time to his left. And he whips that one incomplete there.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Jackson forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10. Yards, but still 4th down.
But it's 4th down.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Credit there goes to those guys up front.
Certainly does, but we're also seeing how quarterbacks are doing it nowadays on the sneak. When I played high school ball, my coach John Ford used to say, just get down behind those guys and pick up the first down. Now these guys might hesitate a count, use their vision in their eyes, and find the crease and dive for it that way.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And this one's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Edwards. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted.
before he could get out of the backfield.
Tackled back at the 46-yard line.
Second and 14. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. He'll drop to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Came out in a power set, that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
But it's brought in by Washington.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down.
I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the 1st down. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another 1st down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Ben to throw again. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. How about Ben Roethlisberger, his 5th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
The previous play
And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Chris Boswell on for the point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The kickoff for Pittsburgh.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll run it. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Being chased out left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. It turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Dancing to his left. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Buying time to his left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
Johnson on the return. The Steelers.
Here again comes Juju Smith-Schuster and the Steelers. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Marcus Peters on the coverage.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Back to Smith-Schuster, this time complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
The Steelers on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Pittsburgh.
Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
First and 10. At their own 29-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10, just shy of the 30. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he goes out right around the 39. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline.
Jackson on the keeper.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. To throw again. Jackson flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a third and short, 3rd and 1. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Steps away to his left. That's taken in by Duvernay. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. That is caught at the 7. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Steelers' 1-yard line.
Circle around twice with the encore. You know.
They'll look to run with Edwards. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. Here's Jackson. Operating from the gun. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
To throw again on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. They start with a give to Connor. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is taking him one-handed. What a catch. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
A gain of 7 and a Steeler first down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10 is Connor. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Connor. Shoves him aside. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Connor again the ball.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Roethlisberger. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
15-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Lamar Jackson.
Alex Highsmith in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now a whistle and a timeout defensively. Trying to stop it, and they do with 2 seconds to go prior to the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 6. Now it's Roethlisberger. And hitting Juju on the slant. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, it's Connor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
2nd and 4.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Pittsburgh, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.